This is a new segment we would like to call Niko na beef. I got beef. Niko na beef. Alright, basically what we do is little gripings and grapplings that we might have. Kani kona beef na wewe, whatever. You want to tell me something. I want to tell you something that I do not exactly agree with. This is the place. Little petty stuff that comes every now and then. Just keeping true to my Kenya nature. Lazima kuna beef here and there. Kenya Meat Commission, KMC, beef. Um, Something that came up from the last presentation was, and this is actually not me having beef with you. It's actually somebody having beef with me. So we're going to address that in this segment called Nikona Beef. Somebody pointed out that um, actually somebody leveled an accusation at me saying that I'm trying to fake the American accent. And, you know, I kind of thought about it. And, when I started doing this, the video thing, I was prepared. I mean, I knew there's going to be stuff coming, coming my way. There's going to be missiles just thrown at me, flying my way. So I tried to steel myself for that. I knew stuff would come my way. This one caught my attention because, honestly, there's some truth to it. Kuna ukweli hapo ukisema, I'm trying to sound American and all that. I thought about it a little bit. Nikakumbuka back siku yenye nilienda visit Kenya a few years ago. I remember having a problem, or rather not being comfortable, nikisema water when I was talking to other Kenyans in English. Words like water, better, a little, instead of a little, for me to really be able to say a little, I had to force myself to say that. So that in itself, I was uncomfortable. Like, okay, Kenya won't why is it that nikisema, hey, some water, please? Why is it I don't feel natural saying that? It's almost like I'm corrupted. It's almost like somebody messed up with my head. So there's some legitimacy to that accusation that I sound like a fake American, but really the reason why I sound like I have a fake American accent is because actually that's what you would expect somebody who's not an American to have. It's a fake American accent, and it would have probably been a problem had I been an American and then have a fake American accent. Then that would have been a problem. The other thing is, I think it's a nagging thing. Honestly, it kind of like bothers me a little bit. I would wish we had our own. I wish we had owned English, the language, the same way as say the Jamaicans owned it, the same way as the Americans owned it, because American is not English. Americans have not always spoken English, but they made it theirs. There's American version of English, British version of English. So I kind of wish we had that, sort of like the Jamaicans too have, our own version that's distinct and unique and identifiable. So what we have now is our own personal versions, our own personal dialects. Michuki anaongea kivyake, Moi anaongea kivyake, Kibaki anaongea yake, na pia mimi naongea yangu. Understand? So yeah, I kind of see that your accusation, kind of, I see it. No, I see exactly where you're coming from. Lakini, what I'm saying is, it's not catastrophic. We're not gonna die as a country just because of that. So, I think what actually would have been so laughable, what would bother me, ni mtu najua, somebody who I know to be Kenyan, and then anaongea Kiswahili with like say an American accent. Understand venye nasema? For instance, habari yako kijana, jambo, habari gani, mzuri sana, stuff like that. That's corny right there. That's corny kabisa. Na hiyo sasa, hiyo naweza sema, hey, wote wenye aje bana. But just wanted to mention that, kind of on a light note, but kusema kweli, it's something that's out there. The truth of the matter is, we were colonized, we are economic refugees in the diaspora. And let me tell you, actually, the whole thing with the accent you took up is a thing when you're new in a foreign country, foreign Western country usually, because I hardly see Jamas that go to India. Guys, not when you're in the India, they hardly catch that accent. For some reason, it just escapes them. All right, my uncle went to India. He came back. He just didn't catch it. He just didn't catch it. I don't know why. Ask him. But here's the thing. I'll tell you my experience. Ukiwa brand new, for instance, states, FOB, fresh off the boat. One thing to notice ni ukianza kuongea na watu, unaongea na watu, the minute they notice you have an accent, wanakuangalia mdomo, they zoom in on your mouth, wanakuangalia mdomo yenye inatoa hizo words. It's as though kuna shida na hiyo mdomo yako. It's as though the reason uko na accent because there's something twisted about you, man, kuna cleft lip or whatever. So when you see such things, unaanza kind of like, you don't want to stand out like that. It's nice to stand out, but you don't really want to stand out like that, So by and by, unaanza modify the way you talk, either consciously or subconsciously. And then the other thing is, you just have to, some of these things, always pronounce B-I-R-D, kama vile una pronounce B-A-D. You won't do it unless uko ready kukaa hapo na kurudia over and over again. Ama kama uko ready kukua, every time ukiongea unachora kenye unasema. I mean bad. Afu unachora na unaweka wings. Bad as opposed to bad. Bad, mbaya. No, I'm talking about bad. Unachora hapo hivyo ni ndege ama dushi. So those kind of things kind of like condition you. Una adapt, yani you're just forced to adapt in the process. That's where this little thing comes off here. Let me just mention this. While we're complaining about whatever, maneno ya accent na nini, why is it kuna wa Kenya najua, they living in Kenya, they've lived in Kenya all their lives, they've never stepped their foot outside the country, hata wajaenda TZ, ama Uganda, ama Rwanda, na wajamaa wana twang kuliko hata jamaa amezaliwa Harlem. What's the deal with that? I know several of them. I talked to them. You understand? So what is this, man? I have no answers. I just thought I would give audience to that person who has a beef with me in that regard. So your beef is kind of, I see it. I see where it's coming from. And I also have beef with you, people who watch these videos and you don't leave a comment on www.future4kenya.blogspot.com. I see robots. You must have an opinion. You must have a feeling. End up with throw your comments. This is free TV. This is free entertainment for you. End up saying and who knows? You might be the next person to be honored with a beef segment. I'll make you famous. All right.